Hello, young Padawans. My name is Obi-Wan Rodriguez, and I will be your Jedi Master today. As you begin your training in the Kids Club Jedi Temple, you must go over the code, the Kids Club code. Let's begin. The first code is about guidance. If you're ever going to be a true Jedi Knight, we must obey our teachers. The second code is about discipline. You won't learn the true power of God's force if you can't focus. That's why you must stay in your chair. Wow! The third code, boys and girls, is about control. You must go to the bathroom before or after service.
But I need to go to the bathroom now.
You don't need to go to the bathroom.
I don't need to go to the bathroom.
You can hold it.
I can hold it.
Sit back down.
Okay.
Remember, boys and girls, control. Restroom before or after service. And now for the last code, boys and girls. This is one of my favorites, and it shows the true nature of God's force. The last rule is have fun. Who are you?
Kubla Khan.
Kubla Khan. And where are you from?
Vulcan.
This is not Vulcan. This is the Jedi Temple. I think you're in the wrong galaxy. Never mind. I have an idea. Boys and girls, this gives us a perfect opportunity to test your force. Now, I need everyone to stand up. There you go. All right. You right there. Stand up. Thank you. Now, on the count of 3, we're all going to say have fun all together. Are you ready? Right? Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, stand right here, Mr. Khan, please. What? Okay,
Fascinating.
all right. 1, 2, 3. Have fun!
Welcome to Connect Station. I am Mike.
And I'm Alyssa. And today we're talking about what it means to obey.
Obey me.
Now, even though Mike's being weird, obeying isn't actually scary. It's actually pretty awesome to obey.
Because when we obey God, it shows that He can trust us and He'll give us more things to do.
And that's why today's point is, I obey every day.
So think about if you obey God every day when you watch today's adventure. Oh, we've got mail! Awesome, what is that?
I think it's a toy, but
We have no clue who sent it.
Can I have it?
No, it's mine.
Hey! Looks like I got one too.
Looks like we all got one.
Hey, let's go give everybody their toys. I feel like Santa Claus.
That makes me an elf. Hey guys, we got some mail and this is for you. And Mike has,
What is this?
well, we got toys and I guess you did too.
Who sent these?
Maybe this will help.
Where did this come from?
Ninja skills. Ah, that or I just found it on the floor. It was shiny.
It's from Dr. Emo. Hello, my favorite Connect crew. By now, you all should have received your new project. The hearts of the kids who watch Connect are very special. I want to see how well you can care for them by caring for these special toys. You have to feed them, care for them, and most importantly, love them.
This assignment makes 0 sense. These are just toys.
But they're from Dr. Emo. I think we should obey. I think that he's trying to see if we can obey in the small things.
Why?
Well, if we can obey in the small things, he can trust us with bigger things.
Well, I don't feel like doing it.
God wants us to obey every day. Watch this video of Joshua. Joshua obeyed God every day, no matter what, and God blessed him with even more responsibility.
This is his 66 picks mixed up into one. The books about God, who he is and what he's done. It's the Holy Bible, y'all, with God's truth packed tight inside. It's alive, a prize to hide in your heart and in your mind. Old Testaments are set up for the big event when Jesus crashed the scene with a new arrangement. It's history, his story, whose story, God's story. Oh, the story of how much he loves me. Let it blow up all the pages, let this show go live. Let his word explode from this video into your life.
In the Old Testament, God picked out a great place for his people to live. But, long story short, they ended up in Egypt for 400 years instead. God led his people back to this land he promised to give them. But there was a problem. Other people moved in while God's people were gone. God picked a man named Joshua to be the leader of Israel. He had watched Moses lead God's people for years, so he learned to go when God said go and stay when God said stay. Joshua got really good at obeying God in the little things and in the big things by obeying his leader Moses. God gave Joshua very specific directions on how to defeat the people who were living in God's promised land. It wasn't a normal kind of battle plan at all, but Joshua trusted God so much that he was ready to obey no matter what God asked. The first enemy city they came to was Jericho. Jericho had a big tall wall that protected the city. God told Joshua to line up all of God's people, the Israelites, and march around the city once a day for 6 days. Then on the 7th day, they were to march around the city 7 times. No fighting, no yelling, just marching. So Joshua did just what God said. He led all of the people to line up and obey God too. Even though this plan sounded crazy, and even though the walls of the city were big and tall, Joshua obeyed what God told him to do. On the first day, they marched around the city's big tall wall. No fighting, no yelling, just marching. On the second day, they marched around the city's big tall wall. No fighting, no yelling, just marching. On the third day, they marched around the city's big tall wall. No fighting, no yelling, just marching. You get the picture, right? Same thing on the 4th day, and the 5th day, and the 6th day. It seemed like nothing was happening. Jericho's big tall wall was still big and tall. On the 7th day, God told Joshua to march around the city 7 times. This time, they blew their trumpets and yelled. And guess what? They saw that big tall wall fall. It was a miracle. Because of Joshua's great obedience, the people of Israel obeyed God's instructions too, and God destroyed the big tall wall of Jericho. Joshua continued to obey God in the little things and in the big things. He trusted God no matter what. He led God's people into the promised land, and God made Joshua into a mighty leader. You can read about him in his very own book of the Bible, Joshua.
Do you see why it's important to obey every day? Joshua did what God wanted him to do for years, and then God knew that he could trust Joshua to obey the crazy battle plan for 7 days.
Yeah, but God made Joshua responsible for caring for all of God's people. I'm responsible for caring for a toy. How is this important to God?
Because that's what our leader wants you to do. Joshua not only obeyed God, he obeyed his leader Moses too. And because he obeyed Moses and followed all of his commands, God knew that he could trust Joshua to lead God's people.
Well, I have better things to do, like invent real things.
I like it. I'm gonna name him Mini Mike. What about yours, Alyssa? Is it a princess?
No, she's a powerful businesswoman that runs a super company.
Mine plays baseball. All right, Mini Mike, it's your first chance to stand up. Let me hear it. Where do you even get these jokes? Here, sit on the edge, because that's dangerous.
No, Mini Mike!
Mini Mike! It's gonna be okay. We'll forever remember you, Mini Mike. I will forever honor your memory.
All systems are good.
Wow, Ray, way to go. You're like a superstar. Wait! Oh.
Thanks, Alyssa.
Yeah. Mike!
And this is why I think this assignment is foolish. You all are distracted by these things.
We're being responsible. Accidents happen. Besides, I just saved your toy's life.
Well, guess what? Mine isn't broken. Oh, mail from Earth. It's from Dr. Emo. A new rule to the project. The one who takes care of their toy the best will get a special reward.
What? Oh, it's too late for mine.
Oh, this changes everything.
Hey, you didn't care about yours in the beginning. That's not fair.
Doesn't mean I can't start now. Does it? Does it? Did they try to step on you and sit on you and give you that look? Well, we're gonna win this contest. Yes, we are.
It's good to see you actually caring, Clint.
Oh, you know me. I care about the little things.
Really? You're not just doing this for the special reward?
No. In front of the baby. Never. She didn't mean that. She didn't mean that.
No! Yeah!
I win then. I'm the best. I get the special reward. I'm the champion. I'm the greatest. And it's all because of me. And then a little bit because of you. And not because of Ray. Well, thanks, Ray. But then mostly me and then some of you.
Oh no! Ray, I'm so sorry.
Make way for the victor, bearing the golden child.
Are you kidding me? Clint, this is unacceptable. You didn't win. You're being dishonest.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ray is the real winner. You cheated.
I just used my brilliant mind to get ahead, and 2 minds are better than 1. Oh, and I found this in the trash. Oh no, we have to go to the room. I've been there before. Just hold on to me, little guy. to the room. Hello, room.
Hello, Clint. How can I help you?
Dr. Emo gave us all special assignments.
How did you do?
I didn't obey right away. I thought the rule was unimportant. I wanted to do bigger things, like pilot the ship, or build new satellites, or, like Joshua, lead an army.
Well, the Bible says in Luke 16:10, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much.
I disobeyed even though I had friends encouraging me to obey. Joshua obeyed even when people were making fun of him, while my attitude should have been, I obey every day.
You can always make the choice to obey. Just because you didn't earlier doesn't mean you can't now.
I may not have obeyed before, but I will obey now. Thanks, room.
Anytime.
Ray, you deserve to win, not me. Send my toy back to Dr. Emo.
What made you change your mind?
You? You always do the right thing, even when it's hard. You obey every day. You're a great example. You deserve the reward.
It's from Dr. Emo. Dear Ray, because you obeyed this little assignment, I know I can trust you with more responsibility. God has big things planned for you. I now promote you to captain of the station.
Woohoo! Ray, you're the captain! What does that mean?
The captain of the station will make sure everything runs smoothly, everyone is doing their assignments, and will select a new crew member.
You're gonna be a great captain. I'm proud to obey you every day.
Yay for Ray! That's so exciting! She gets to be the captain of the station.
Ray, we salute you. God really rewarded Ray in a big way for obeying every day, kind of like he did with Joshua in the Bible.
Now, one way to remember to obey every day is by knowing this verse. Luke 16:10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. And now you say it with us. Luke 16:10.
Luke 16:10.
Whoever can be trusted with very little
Whoever can be trusted with very little
can also be trusted with much.
can also be trusted with much.
And whoever is dishonest with very little
And whoever is dishonest with very little
will also be dishonest with much.
will also be dishonest with much. Excellent job!
I salute you.
Remember the point. I obey every day.
It is really, really important that you obey every day. Parents, leaders, and God. Because when you obey every day, God sees it and will reward you for it. Thank you very much. Well, thanks, God. My pleasure. But to obey God, you're going to need to know God. And this video will show you how.